FBI agents raiding the Safe Streets location in Bel Air, Edison, as well as 2 employees' homes.
But it has not described exactly what trusted members the qualifications for that may be.
I want to know how the workers are trained, how they clock their hours, and how the city makes sure workers aren't involved in illegal.
Matter today and tonight, comments about Safe Streets and those serious allegations.
Financial transparency concerns. Buckle up, folks, because we've got some action straight out of Baltimore. The FBI recently swooped in and conducted a surprise raid on the city's very own Safe Streets program, and the plot thickens from there. First off, let's talk about Safe Streets. It's like the neighborhood watch on steroids. This program was launched back in 2007 with the noble mission of tackling gun violence and bridging the gap between the city and the police department. Sounds good, right? Well, that's what we thought until the FBI came knocking. Now, you might be wondering what triggered this whole ordeal. It turns out that Safe Streets isn't squeaky clean when it comes to financial matters. Yes, folks, it's got some financial transparency issues that would make even your nosy neighbor's curtain twitching seem like child's play. We're talking about a whopping $5 million in pandemic aid. Yeah, you heard that right, $5 million. You see, this isn't just any community program, it's a taxpayer-funded extravaganza. And the residents of Baltimore have been itching to find out where all that money's been disappearing to. It's like your money going into a magic hat, but instead of a rabbit popping out, it's just a big question mark. So picture this. The FBI, the real-life G-men, decide to go full-on Sherlock Holmes on Safe Streets. They hit them with a surprise raid, turning the whole situation into a high-stakes crime drama. But this isn't a TV show, it's the real deal. Now, what's got the FBI's spidey senses tingling, you ask? Well, it's not just about making sure the budget adds up. It's about allegations that this program, which was meant to curb gun violence, might just have some shady connections to the very gangs it's supposed to be policing.
And the homes of 2 employees. Sources tell us federal agents are looking into possible gang affiliation.
FBI agents raiding the Safe Streets location in Bel Air, Edison, as well as 2 employees' homes.
The program began tonight. We're reviewing everything we know about Safe Streets and all the questions that remain about the program.
The public should trust and know, just like they trust our police officers, that these lifesavers are out there doing.
Hold on to your hats because it's getting juicier. In the aftermath of the raid, it's like a crime thriller playing out. Operations of the program were instantly put on ice, and brace yourselves for this, one of the site supervisors got himself arrested. Why? Because he was found with illegal ammunition. It's like the plot of a movie where the good guys are maybe not so good after all. And if that's not enough, during the raid, the FBI uncovered a treasure trove of firearms. We're talking about a .380 handgun with its serial number obliterated, an extended magazine, and 2 more guns found locked up in a safe at one of the employees' homes. It's like a real-life James Bond film, except without the glamour and the fancy gadgets. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The FBI is like the protagonist in this wild story, trying to uncover the truth behind the Safe Streets program. Is it really about reducing gun violence, or is there more than meets the eye? Stay tuned for the next thrilling episode, because we're all dying to find out where this crazy roller coaster ride is headed. Program suspected of gang ties. Hold on to your seats, because the intrigue in Baltimore's Safe Streets program just got dialed up to 11. This program, designed to tackle gun violence and gang-related activities, was seemingly doing what it was supposed to do until the FBI decided to drop in unannounced. What's the twist, you ask? Well, it's a jaw-dropper. Allegations were flung into the mix that the very program, which was supposed to control gang members, might actually have some shady connections with them. Can you believe it? It's like a Hollywood plot with a major plot twist.
It's like any other employee in any other industry. If we find out that folks are in that, whether they are safe,
that the time has come to kind of like phase out Safe Streets. Let's take the money.
But it has not described exactly what trusted members the qualifications for that may be.
Brady Jr. was accused of killing Scroggins in September of 2019. That case went to trial in 2022.
Or BGF has existed for more than 60 years, and here in Maryland for more than 30 years.
In the wake of the FBI's surprised raid, operations of the Safe Streets program were swiftly halted. But that's not all. One of the site supervisors was slapped with an arrest warrant. And why? Because they were found with illegal ammunition. It's like something out of a crime thriller. You just can't make this stuff up. So here we are, folks, in a real-life crime drama where the line between good guys and bad guys is blurrier than ever. The FBI is digging deep to unravel the mysteries behind Baltimore's Safe Streets program. Is it truly a defender of the peace, or does it have ties to the very chaos it's meant to quell? Stay tuned, because the next episode promises even more twists and turns. Misuse of pandemic aid. Get ready for the plot thickening in the wild ride of Baltimore's Safe Streets program. This was supposed to be the golden ticket to curb gun violence, the knight in shining armor for the city, but it seems there's more than meets the eye. Safe Streets was designed to replace the traditional police force and take on gang interdiction head-on. It sounded like the perfect recipe for peace in the city. However, here's the catch. The good folks of Baltimore who foot the bill are having a tough time figuring out where all that taxpayer money is going. It's like trying to find your lost keys in the dark. You know they're out there somewhere, but where? Now, let's talk about the big bucks. A whopping $5 million in pandemic aid was handed over to the program. That's a staggering amount, and it's left people wondering if it just vanished into thin air. When you've got a load of money in your hands and you're not sure where it went, that's bound to raise a few eyebrows.
8 others hurt in the incident. Monzi says Safe Streets workers were there, conducted 5 mediations for him.
I think the public should trust and know, just like they trust our police officers.
Successful mediation. Monzi says there is a form to record mediations. We pressed the mayor on that, asking.
These serious allegations, it would be serious allegations if anybody, had that happen to them. So,
but the drama doesn't stop there. The FBI, yes, the real-life G-men, decided to roll up their sleeves and make this a full-blown investigation. They went all in, raiding not just 1 or 2, but 15 locations tied to Safe Streets. It's like a plot out of a blockbuster crime thriller, and we're all sitting on the edge of our seats, popcorn in hand, eager to see what unravels next. So here we are, folks, in the midst of a real-life enigma. Safe Streets isn't just about reducing gun violence. It's also become a master of financial vanishing acts. The next episode in this nail-biting mystery promises to reveal what lies beneath the surface and where the money trail leads. Stay tuned, because it's bound to be a thrilling ride.
Program hires former convicts, but it's not clear how the program makes sure its employees don't continue to commit crime while they're.
Well, the city has now accumulated a roster full of former Safe Street workers who had vowed to fight crime.
How the workers are trained, how they clock their hours, and how the city makes sure workers aren't involved in
that has infiltrated and controlled so many neighborhoods is now infiltrating an organization.
Many people they're talking to, we don't know that they're actually stopping any crime or stopping any beefs at all.
Arrests and gun seizures. Hold on tight, folks, because things just got a lot spicier in the tale of Baltimore's Safe Streets program. This isn't your run-of-the-mill community initiative anymore. It's become a full-blown crime thriller. Picture this. After the FBI's surprise raid on Safe Streets, there were arrests, real-deal arrests. It's like they'd cracked the case wide open. One of the site supervisors was caught red-handed, not with cookies, but with illegal ammunition. You can't make this stuff up. It's straight out of a Hollywood script. And it doesn't stop there. During the raid, the FBI uncovered a treasure trove of firearms. We're talking about a .380 handgun with its serial number wiped clean, an extended magazine, and 2 more guns stashed away in a safe at one of the employees' homes. It's like a heist movie unfolding in real life.
Spent her entire tenure in this agency running away from the media.
Until we start to see transparency in data, I think that money should be held to a halt.
Ms. Jackson chided us for having the audacity to ask hard questions about Safe Streets. Yeah, I do.
Today and tonight, comments about Safe Streets and those serious allegations.
you all know I'm a huge fan of Safe Streets.
These are city employees that their salaries are paid for with taxpayer dollars.
Now here's the real kicker. With all this drama, questions have started popping up about the effectiveness of the Safe Streets program in actually reducing gun violence. It was supposed to be the hero in the battle against crime, but now it's under suspicion of having ties to criminal activities. You could say it's like one of those plot twists that make you wonder who's really on the good side here. So what's next in this roller coaster of a story? We're all holding our breath to see how this thriller unfolds. The FBI's investigation has thrown a curveball into the narrative, and we can't wait to find out what they'll dig up next in this nail-biting saga. Democrats' community programs under scrutiny. The FBI's dramatic intervention has turned the spotlight onto Democrats' grand plans of allocating taxpayer money to these community programs. These initiatives are like their golden ticket to tackle gun violence head-on, making neighborhoods safer and all that jazz. But here's the twist. Safe Streets, once touted as a beacon of hope, is now under the microscope, casting doubts on the efficacy of such programs. The scrutiny has thrown into sharp focus the challenges of using community programs to combat gun violence. It's like realizing that the treasure map might not lead to the chest of gold you hoped for.
Safe Streets data showed inconclusive results about the program's success, even as the mayor pledged more money to
is key. If you have people that are benefiting from
in their original locations. And we've tried to get answers from former Monzi director Shantae Jackson about the program, but more.
Hey, where are you planning to go? Let me stop right here. Okay. Never, ever will I prioritize any news about me over top of news.
The big question now is whether these initiatives are truly living up to their promises, and if they're being as transparent as we'd like them to be with our hard-earned tax dollars. In the grand narrative of the fight against gun violence, this FBI raid has become a pivotal moment. It's prompting us all to question whether the money is being well spent and whether these programs are actually making our neighborhoods safer. It's like we're on the hunt for the truth, and transparency has become the compass guiding us forward. So stay tuned, because this thriller is far from over. The Safe Street saga is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's shining a light on the broader challenges and responsibilities of these community programs in reducing gun violence. The need for transparency and results is more crucial than ever, and it's a conversation that's just getting started. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.